The forensic investigators play a very important role in any of these homicides, and they go in and they're looking for evidence throughout their investigation. And the evidence they obtain sometimes, a lot of the times, will help identify those responsible for that, as well as tell us a bit of a story about what had occurred during that crime scene. Fingerprints, they're processed in-house. That would be all done here. When we get into some of the more scientific things like DNA, that type of stuff, different swabs that would occur, that would be all sent away to a lab, an RCP, a federal lab, for that to take place. When we get a piece of evidence that we need sent away for analysis, we submit a form to the lab requesting that analysis. They will look at it, determine a priority, and provide us with a timeline on when this can occur, and they send that back to us. Those timelines are fairly fluid. They change depending on the amount of work that's going into the lab. I sit on a lab board where we sit down usually a couple times a year with different municipal forces throughout the province, as well as the RCMP lab, and talk about wait times and different things like that. So they've done an amalgamation of the labs over the last number of years, and they've streamlined processes to identify some efficiencies, and through those efficiencies they've been able to reduce some of the wait times on that way. Now if we identify something that needs processing immediately and it's a priority, we make that request, and it will be processed in an expedited manner. That's not something we do all the time, but it can be done, and we have done that in the past on certain occasions. So the wait times have changed dramatically over the years and are much better, but it's that whole efficiency piece by bringing people together to work in one lab to deal with things, and they identify their priorities. So a priority of the Regina Police Service to get something done quickly because we think it's a priority, we'd have to essentially put forth our best case. And they would look at that in the context of what's coming to them from all over the region. So the region that they're looking at, that would come into them, and they decide on the priority on that. It's important that as a police service that we work within the system that's there. And it works well for us. Yeah, it may be better if we could get things a little quicker at times, but it's all part of the process. And the system works well now with the efficiencies that have been obtained by putting labs together and getting that evidence to them, and they prioritize. And quite frankly, the wait times have come down a lot in the last number of years, and it's because of the work that they've done as well.